up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maddison Hill, and yes, it is time for another Pop Off with Maddison because we must discuss the 2021 Grammy nominations as they were recently released, and I have some thoughts and feels. Full disclosure, I actually initially did not plan on doing a Pop Off on the Grammy nominations because in my opinion, I feel like in the past at least probably 5 to 7 years, the Grammys have started to lose a little bit of their prestige. I feel like they've overlooked a lot of really talented artists. I think they've overlooked a lot of fan favorite artists. And in my opinion, I just have started to feel like the Grammys don't necessarily define who the best of the best is anymore. However, that being said, with this year's nominations, I have a couple of problems. Number one, a lot of people were snubbed. Yes, I'm looking at you, Selena Gomez. And number two, Mr. Justin Bieber was nominated several times and then went on his Instagram to say he didn't feel like he actually should be nominated in the pop categories because his album was R&B. So yeah, you get the picture. We're gonna dive into Grammy nominations and we're gonna get into it right now. So let's go. All right, so as I've already stated, the 2021 Grammy nominations have officially been announced, and my girl Taylor Swift is one of the artists who is leading the pack with her album Folklore, as well as her single Cardigan. Obviously, I am so here for this. I absolutely love Taylor Swift. I think Folklore was one of the albums that honestly saved 2020 for not only me, but for a lot of people. I think she poured her heart and her soul into it, and I'm absolutely obsessed with Folklore, so I'm so here for all of Taylor's nominations. Beyonce is another one who is leading the pack, which is of no surprise. Obviously, Queen Bee is so freaking talented, but someone else who I'm really happy is finally getting the recognition she deserves. And yes, I'm talking about Dua Lipa. I feel like Dua Lipa, for some reason, is so underrated and so under-recognized when her album, Future Nostalgia, is so freaking good. You can listen to that thing from top to bottom over and over and over again and never get sick of it and find new songs that are your favorites and new parts that are your favorites. I just am so here for Dua Lipa, and I am so here for her finally getting some recognition. Other artists who are also getting some recognition, we got Roddy Ricch, DaBaby, Megan Thee Stallion, which hello, yes, I don't think you could have a Grammy nominations list without Megan Thee Stallion. She was one of the biggest artists of this year. I think she's absolutely been killing it. BTS, for all of the BTS ARMY people out there, congratulations for BTS finally becoming Grammy nominated artists. Hopefully this opens the door for other K-pop groups like Blackpink. While there were a lot of positives to come out of this 2021 Grammy nominations list, including Harry Styles grabbing some nominations, there were also a lot of snubs, most notably Selena Gomez. Twitter is going off about the fact that Selena Gomez did not receive her first Grammy nomination for her album Rare, especially when Lose You to Love Me was so incredibly popular, was streamed so many millions and millions and millions of times. And truthfully, I think Rare is some of Selena's best work. So I am with everyone. I think it is complete BS that she did not get nominated in at least one category for Rare or Lose You to Love Me. Now, another artist that a lot of people feel like got snubbed, The Weeknd. Honestly, I completely agree. I think The Weeknd is very, very talented, and he's gonna be our Super Bowl halftime performer, so I was a little surprised that he didn't make the list. The Weeknd even responded to being snubbed. He posted this message on his Instagram story that reads, "The Grammys remain corrupt. You owe me, my fans, and the industry transparency." Another person people are really talking about who got snubbed, Halsey, which I freaking love Halsey. I completely agree with you. I don't think Halsey was expecting any nominations, although her fans are still really pissed. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier on in the video. I feel like the Grammys have recently been overlooking a lot of really talented people, which is kind of making them lesser than when it comes to other music award shows. For example, not giving Halsey a nomination. All right, before I move on and talk to you guys about Justin Bieber, I'm gonna go ahead and take a swig out of the bottle and pop off because I've been giving you my opinion as we go. So you know what, before we get into Justin Bieber, let's just go ahead and take a swig. All right, so Justin Bieber was nominated for several Grammys this year, including Best Pop Solo Performance for Yummy, Best Pop Duo Group Performance for Intentions, which he did with Quavo, Best Pop Vocal Album for Changes, and Best Country Duo Group Performance for 10,000 Hours, his collab with Dan and Shay. Which first and foremost, before I even get into Justin Bieber's response, the fact that Changes was nominated for a Grammy is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Because I've said it once and I'm gonna say it again, and I know you true die-hard believers are gonna be pissed at me, but honestly, I'm sorry, it's the truth. Changes was not Justin Justin Bieber's best album. It was not the album he should have released after taking years off of not releasing anything. It just was not top quality. I'm sorry. Yes, a couple of the songs were good. His song with Lil Dicky was good. But for Justin Bieber's first album in years, changes just did not do it for me. I want Justin to throw it back to, is it too late now to say sorry? I'm sorry. That song was amazing. Also, Love Yourself, another song. 10 out of freaking 10. That is the kind of quality I'm looking for when it comes to Justin Bieber. And I'm sorry, but Changes was definitely not it. And the fact that that was nominated over something like Rare by Selena Gomez, over The Weeknd, over Halsey, I just make it make sense. Okay, now that you know how I feel about the fact that Changes was nominated in general, let's talk about Mr. Justin Bieber, because now he's gone on Instagram to, you know what, I'm gonna say it. I know he's being respectful in this message, and he is. However, he is complaining about the fact that his album was nominated in the pop category as opposed to the R&B category, because if you remember, before Changes was even ever released, we were hearing that Justin Bieber was gonna put out an R&B album. He was trying to copyright R&B Bieber. He was all about the R&B. However, Changes was nominated in the pop category, and he has some thoughts about it. He posted this message on Instagram that says, "To the Grammys, I am flattered to be acknowledged and appreciated for my artistry. I'm very meticulous and intentional about my music. With that being said, I set out to make an R&B album. Changes was and is an R&B album. It is not being acknowledged as an R&B album, which is very strange to me. I grew up admiring R&B music and wish to make a project that would embody that sound. For this not to be put in that category feels weird, considering from the chords to the melodies to the vocal style, all the way down to the hip-hop drums that were chosen, it is undeniably, unmistakably an R&B album. To be clear, I absolutely love pop music. It just wasn't what I set out to make this time around. My gratitude for feeling respected for my work remains, and I am honored to be nominated either way." He captioned this post saying, "Please don't mistake this as me being ungrateful. These are just my thoughts. Take them or leave them. Thank you to the people who fought for me to even have any noms. AKA, thank you to Scooter Braun for paying off whoever he needed to for me to get these noms." Sorry, blood pressure is being raised, upper lip sweat is coming, but we are back and calm, cool, and collected. Honestly, I find it kind of comical that even the Academy, who does the Grammy nominations, didn't think that Changes was an R&B album and they put it in the pop category. As far as this Instagram statement, I don't think Justin Bieber should have posted this at all. I understand this is how he feels. I understand he feels like his work should be acknowledged in the R&B category, but honestly, when other people were snubbed and you make this message talking about how you feel like your music was put in the wrong place, I think it's just in poor taste. And to be clear, I would have thought this was in poor taste for any artist to do. I don't just think this because it's Justin Bieber, because I know some of you are going to say this, that I just hate on everything Justin Bieber does. I actually don't hate on everything Justin Bieber does. I just hate on everything that Justin Bieber has been doing lately, because I think he's better than that. I think he's better than stunts. I think he's better than Scooter Braun pulling stunts. I think he's better than posting a message like this on social media. I think he's better than the music he's been putting out. That's just my opinion. I am a fan of Justin Bieber, but I'm a fan of the higher standard Justin Bieber, not the music that he's been putting out right now, and not putting out statements like this after the Grammy nominations when people were snubbed. But again, that's just my own personal opinion. I know this pop-up was a little different than other pop-ups I've done in the past because I just could not hold my opinions in, but sometimes I just want to react to things with you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this pop-off. Please let me know your thoughts on the Grammy nominations down below. Do you think Selena Gomez was snubbed? Do you think The Weeknd, Halsey were snubbed? Who else do you feel was snubbed? Who were you happy to see make the list? And also, what do you think about this whole Justin Bieber situation? Let me know down below. While you're at it, if you could please give this video a thumbs up. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and don't forget that notification bell. While you're at it, if you could also follow me on Instagram. I post mini pop-offs on my Instagram reels Monday through Friday, so make sure you check those out. And on that note, I'm gonna have another drink. It's a holiday week. It's okay because that was crazy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.